Well, I mean, I think metaphysics is very important because it's always there in the background, but to what extent most people need or care to dig into that type of conversation and that level of abstraction is, what Whitehead says, it takes a rather unusual mind to undertake an analysis of the obvious,
Hmm.
which is what he thinks metaphysics is about. Um, and so, I mean, there'll always be a place for metaphysics in my mind, and
Mm.
maybe in among folks like us who are interested in such discussions. But I find the applications to be um, so important. And actually, how do we really test the adequacy of a metaphysical scheme? It's through the applications. And how do we refine and revise our metaphysics? Well, through the application. And so there's an important feedback loop there. And I think the people who want to do the practical application and the people who want to reflect on the metaphysical presuppositions need each other. We
Hmm.
really need each other. Because the metaphysics can inspire the practice, and the practice feeds back on the metaphysics. And um, ideally, we wouldn't have two different kinds of people who are doing each of these. We'd
Hmm.
be able to each internalize it, but inevitably, some of us are more metaphysically inclined and others are more practice inclined. Um, but both are absolutely essential. And Whitehead's always pointing out the ways in which the metaphysicians and the modern philosophers in the modern period always appeal to practice to get themselves out of some metaphysical contradiction or
Hmm.
lack of in their system, some contradiction in their system. And he would rather have more coherence there between what the system, what the metaphysics describes and allows, and what we presuppose in practice. And so that pragmatic orientation in Whitehead's thought is um, one of the major gifts, I think,